TikTok, the only place where fear spreads faster than common sense. 1. The girl who became terrified of her own dishwasher. TikTok convinced thousands of people that dishwashers explode if you don't clean the filter every 48 hours, and one girl took this to spiritual levels. After watching a "My appliance tried to kill me" video marathon, she started treating her dishwasher like a live grenade. She unplugged it. She locked the kitchen door at night. She even put a towel over the handle, so the pressure wouldn't build. Her parents found her doing midnight patrols with a flashlight, checking if the dishwasher was breathing weird. Spoiler: the only thing exploding was her sense of reality. Punchline: imagine being scared of a machine whose deadliest crime is leaving a plate half dirty. 2. The teen who developed a fear of showering because of tap water parasites. Thanks to a viral TikTok claiming parasites can crawl through shower heads and into your brain, because science apparently took the day off, one teen refused to shower for 6 days straight. She took dry shampoo showers, perfume baths, and at one point tried wiping herself down with disinfectant wipes like she was prepping for surgery. Her mom finally dragged her to the bathroom and showed her that the parasite from the video was literally a gummy worm someone dropped in a cup of cloudy water. Punchline: when your hygiene routine is defeated by a candy worm, you've lost the battle. 3. The fear of sleeping. Because TikTok said your ceiling fan could decapitate you. One viral clip showed a ceiling fan wobbling like it was trying to escape the house. Suddenly, half of TikTok believed fans are assassination devices waiting for the right moment. One guy became so terrified he started sleeping in another room, on the floor, wrapped in a bike helmet and a blanket for aerodynamic protection. His fan wasn't even loose. It wobbled because the blades were dusty, but TikTok had already convinced him it was plotting a coup. Punchline: imagine fearing a device that's literally too weak to blow a napkin off your desk. 4. The woman who became afraid of cooking oil. Because of popcorn explosions, TikTok started a trend where people filmed oil popping out of a frying pan like it was auditioning for a Michael Bay movie. One woman became so terrified she refused to fry anything, not even eggs. She switched to boiling everything. Boiled toast? Tried it. Boiled bacon? A war crime? Boiled pizza? An act of culinary terrorism. Her family begged her to stop before she waterlogged breakfast permanently. The turning point came when she attempted to boil a frozen chicken nugget, and it came out looking like a wet eraser. Punchline: when your cooking becomes a crime against humanity, the danger isn't the oil, it's you. 5. The teen who developed a fear of mirrors. Because of shadow people challenges, TikTok's stand in a dark bathroom and summon a shadow person trend didn't just scare teens, it turned mirrors into portals of pure anxiety. One kid refused to go near his bathroom after sunset. He brushed his teeth using his laptop camera. His parents caught him doing his hair at the microwave reflection while whispering, "At least this one can't summon demons." For 2 whole weeks, he sprinted past every reflective surface in the house like he was being chased by his own shampoo commercial. Punchline: when you're terrified of your own reflection, congratulations, you've become the jump scare. 6. The guy who became afraid of sleeping with AirPods. And after TikTok claimed AirPods can get lodged in your brain if you sleep wrong, one guy went full paranoia mode. He stopped using headphones entirely, even during Zoom classes. He blasted videos out loud, becoming the human version of a public nuisance sign. He told friends he didn't want to die listening to lo-fi beats and started wrapping his ears with a scarf before bed in case a rogue AirPod tried sneaking in. His mom eventually pointed out that if an AirPod could drill through skull, Apple would have used that power for marketing. Punchline: honestly, if anything was entering his brain, it wasn't the AirPods, it was the fear. 7. The girl who became terrified of melting candles. A TikTok video showed a candle spontaneously combusting, and suddenly, people thought candles were miniature volcanoes waiting to erupt. One girl banned all candles from her room and made her friends swear a no-flame oath before entering. She claimed soot was the silent killer of vibes and replaced candles with battery-powered LED ones. After that, her bedroom looked like a discount Christmas aisle 24/7. The funniest part? The viral exploding candle video was just someone dropping water into hot wax, basically science's version of a prank. Punchline: if your biggest fear is scented lavender turning into napalm, TikTok has won. 8. The guy who developed a fear of eating strawberries. A TikTok scientist claimed strawberries are crawling with microscopic worms that activate when washed. One guy took this extremely personally. He refused to eat strawberries, touch strawberries, or even look at strawberries. At brunch, he made the waiter remove the garnish like it was hazardous waste. He told friends fruit was alive in ways we aren't ready to discuss, which is a sentence that should automatically revoke your internet privileges. Eventually, someone showed him the worms were literally air bubbles trapped in water. Punchline: imagine losing a fight with a berry you previously ate by the handful. 9. The teen who became afraid of sleep. Because of time loop videos. After binging TikToks claiming dreams can trap you in infinite time loops, a teenager decided sleep was optional. He started pulling all-nighters to protect the timeline. By day 3, he looked like a raccoon who lost custody of its garbage. At school, he fell asleep holding a pencil and woke up screaming, "Not again," in front of the whole class. His parents finally confiscated his phone at 9 p.m., like it was a weapon of temporal destruction. Punchline: the only time loop he was stuck in was the cycle of bad decisions. 10. The girl who feared her hair would fall out. Overnight, TikTok's silent hair loss epidemic trend convinced thousands that if you brushed your hair wrong, it would all fall out by sunrise. One girl took this as gospel. She stopped brushing, washing, and even touching her hair. She went to school looking like a medieval forest spirit and told classmates she was preserving the follicles. Her mom finally dragged her to a hairdresser who needed 40 minutes and 3 prayers to untangle her. Punchline: she didn't lose any hair, but she did lose the argument with her shampoo. 11. The woman who became afraid of fruit flies. A viral TikTok claimed fruit flies can burrow into your skin and lay eggs, which is scientifically false, but emotionally devastating. One woman taped her entire kitchen like a crime scene. She threw away every apple, banana, and tomato as if they were biological weapons. When a single fruit fly landed on her sleeve, she screamed like she'd been shot and Googled urgent skin beetle removal. Her husband had to explain gently that fruit flies can barely fly in a straight line, let alone perform surgical implantation. Punchline: if fruit flies really had that level of skill, they'd unionize. 12. The guy who became terrified of QR codes. After TikTok warned that scanning the wrong QR code could hack your entire identity, one man started treating QR codes like radioactive material. He refused menus, parking meters, receipts, anything with a square on it. At a restaurant, he demanded a non-digital food list for humans, which is a poetic way of asking for a paper menu. His breaking point came when he covered a QR code on a cereal box with duct tape because he didn't trust the vibes. Punchline: when you're scared of geometric shapes, the problem isn't cybersecurity, it's geometry. 13. The teen who became afraid of clouds. TikTok meteorology, also known as vibes-based science, convinced a teen that certain cloud shapes were signs of an incoming megastorm. Suddenly, every fluffy cumulus cloud became a death omen. He refused to go outside on partly cloudy days, carried an umbrella on sunny days, and once shut the blinds because a cloud looked aggressive. His family tried explaining that clouds are literally floating water vapor, not celestial warning signs. Punchline: when you fear the sky's soft decorations, TikTok has officially taken the wheel. 14. The girl who panicked over toxic laundry fumes. A viral video claimed mixing detergent with hot water releases fumes strong enough to knock you out. A girl took this so seriously, she did her laundry wearing a surgical mask and oven mitts. She opened windows like she was ventilating a biohazard zone and once yelled at her brother for folding shirts without respiratory awareness. Her mom finally showed her the ingredients list, which contained nothing more dangerous than fragrance and marketing. Punchline: imagine thinking your clean socks are plotting chemical warfare. 15. The guy who became terrified of butter. Someone posted a TikTok about plastic butter, claiming most butter is actually melted plastic dyed yellow. A guy immediately threw away every stick in the house and declared himself anti-dairy for safety reasons. He started grilling toast dry, air-frying potatoes naked, and spreading avocado on everything like a lifestyle hostage. When a friend showed him an actual butter-making video, he said, "I need time to process this betrayal." Punchline: he didn't avoid fake butter, he avoided happiness. 16. The girl who refused to sit on her toilet. TikTok convinced her toilets can launch bacteria into the air at 500 mph, which is an impressive speed for germs that don't even have legs. She stopped sitting on her toilet altogether and started hovering like a confused astronaut. After 2 weeks, her legs were shaking like she was training for the Olympics. She even taped the lid shut at night so nothing could escape, which is a sentence that should never involve a bathroom fixture. Punchline: the toilet wasn't the threat. The squat workout was. Next 17. The woman who developed a fear of her own phone camera. After watching TikTok's warning that front cameras can steal your soul energy or age your face faster, a woman went full paranoia. She covered her camera with a Band-Aid, then upgraded to painter's tape, then finally a small sticker of a cartoon duck for extra protection. She stopped taking selfies, refused FaceTime calls, and once turned her phone around so fast, she smacked herself in the forehead. Her friends begged her to relax, reassuring her the only thing front cameras steal is your confidence. Punchline: if your biggest fear is your own face, the phone is not the problem. 18. The guy who became afraid of his refrigerator. Light. After a TikTok expert claimed fridge lights emit mind-altering blue rays, one guy started opening his refrigerator like it was a radioactive suitcase. He wore sunglasses. He leaned back dramatically every time he grabbed milk. He even taped a napkin over the light bulb, turning his fridge into a dim cave where produce goes to die. When he realized his food was spoiling twice as fast, he said, "The light may be dangerous, but this is worse." Punchline: nothing says wellness like letting your lettuce rot in fear. 19. The teen who stopped using elevators. Because of cable meltdown theories, TikTok circulated a video showing an elevator dropping 3 floors, except it was CGI and painfully obvious. One teen didn't get the memo. He started climbing stairs everywhere: school, malls, apartment buildings. He once climbed to the 12th floor, arrived drenched, wheezing, and said, "At least I'm alive." His friends told him the elevator was perfectly safe. He replied, "That's what the algorithm wants you to think." Punchline: the only thing in danger was his cardio. 20. The woman who became convinced houseplants could poison her at night. A TikTok botanist claimed plants release toxic night oxygen. A woman immediately carried all 6 of her houseplants outside at sunset like she was evacuating hostages. Her neighbor saw her whispering, "You cannot gas me tonight, Fernie," to a perfectly innocent fern. By week 2, she had plants on day shift and night shift rotations like she was running a botanical factory. Punchline: the plants weren't toxic, the sleep deprivation was. 21. The guy who stopped drinking water. Because of microplastic panic, TikTok showed a viral clip of plastic worms in bottled water, which were literally just scratches on a microscope slide. One man freaked out so hard he stopped drinking water entirely. He switched to juice, soda, and sports drinks, because at least they're flavored. By day 4, he had a headache, dry mouth, and a vibe of someone wandering the desert. His doctor told him, "You're dehydrated." He answered, "At least I'm not drinking plastic." Punchline: he didn't defeat microplastics, he defeated hydration. 22. The girl who became afraid of air conditioners. After seeing a TikTok claiming AC units can suck your soul energy out, a girl unplugged the AC and declared the living room a wind-free zone. Her family melted like ice cubes in August while she wore headphones to block the suction noises. She said the cold air felt too spiritual, which is something no thermostat has ever been accused of. Her dad plugged it back in after she left for school and said, "If my soul gets sucked out, at least I'll be cool doing it." Punchline: the only thing the AC drained was everyone's patience. 23. The teen who became terrified of running water. TikTok convinced him the sound of running water can summon spirits, because apparently plumbing has supernatural career aspirations now. He refused to turn on faucets alone, made his sister accompany him to wash his hands, and once yelled, "Stop the portal!" when someone flushed. He brushed his teeth using bottled water over the sink like he was camping in his own bathroom. His parents finally banned him from watching paranormal TikTok before bed. Punchline: the only thing being summoned was unnecessary drama. 24. The woman who became afraid of balloons. A TikTok science experiment showed balloons popping in slow motion, followed by a dramatic caption, "Rubber shock waves can burst your eardrums." One woman took this as a personal threat. She banned balloons from birthday parties, baby showers, even store aisles. At a friend's celebration, she ducked behind a couch when a kid walked in holding a balloon, whispering, "That thing is basically a landmine." For 2 weeks, she wore earplugs at home, just in case one spontaneously detonates. Punchline: if balloons are your biggest fear, life is about to be very loud. 25. The guy who developed a fear of his washing machine. A viral TikTok claimed washing machines can spin off their hinges and chase you. One dude believed it instantly. Every laundry day, he stood 5 feet away from the machine like it was a dangerous zoo animal. At one point, he put a helmet on, set the cycle, and sprinted out of the room yelling, "It's agitating!" His roommate filmed him and added it to TikTok, where commenters informed him the original video was literally edited for comedy. Punchline: the only thing chasing him was his own lack of critical thinking. 26. The girl who became terrified of her closet. After a TikTok trend claimed closets are portals that open at 3:33 a.m., a girl refused to sleep with her door closed. Then she refused to sleep with it open. Then she taped it shut with 4 layers of duct tape, creating a hostage situation for her own sweaters. Her dad removed the tape in the morning and said, "The only monster in this house is the electric bill." Punchline: when your outfits can't escape, but your logic does. That's TikTok. 27. The woman who became afraid of ice cubes. A viral clip claimed cloudy ice contains frozen air pockets of deadly toxins, which sounds exactly like a villain monologue from a bad sci-fi movie. One woman immediately tossed her entire ice tray and started drinking everything at room temperature like a medieval queen. When her friends offered iced tea, she said, "I'm not ready to risk my organs." Eventually, she bought a $300 crystal-clear ice maker just to feel alive again. Punchline: nothing says wellness like spending rent money to unpoison your lemonade. 28. The guy who became terrified of his own shadow. Grand finale. TikTok's "Your shadow is a parallel dimension twin" trend broke one man's brain completely. He began avoiding direct light. He wore hoodies indoors, closed blinds at noon, and once walked down the street hugging a wall like he was escaping a sniper. His neighbors saw him sprint from his own shadow in broad daylight, shouting, "Stop following me, bro!" Eventually, someone explained the phenomenon of physics and light sources. But by then, he had already named his shadow Kyle and apologized for our rocky relationship. Punchline: when you're beefing with your own silhouette, the algorithm has fully won. So, which fear wins the stupidity trophy? Drop your vote and maybe your phone below.